雨よりも何よりも鉄が好き。
はい
狩野英孝の鉄の歌だよ。
いや知ってるけどメタルギアだから。なるほどねということでね、今週も始まりましたね、配信が。
まあ今週もまあ予定通り無規制配信オバコンが始まりましたわ。
はい。
そういうことでございます。
そして今週からはメタルギアソリッド3スネークイーターの一昔前の HD エディションなのかな。これ360 Xbox 360で出た HD コレクション、を Xbox シリーズ S で遊んでるっていうね。この間出たメタルギアコレクションとはまた別のコレクションなんだけど、まあ中身は同じようなもんなのかな。
同じなのかな。
一応スムーズに遊べるようにイージーでやるか。
イージーがいいかベリーイージーがいいの。
じゃあせっかくだからベリーイージーでどれぐらい素早くクリアできるか見てみる？
スピードを狙うという。
スピーディーにね。
ありばあんなれ
実績的にはどうなの？関係ないの？難易度。
これもドッグタグ関係あるんだったら全難易度のドッグタグ全部を取らなきゃいけないはずだけど。
だとすればどっちみち4回クリアしないといけないもんね。
だったらもう
ベリーイージーから
初見はもう甘々で。
そうだね、そこから1個ずつ上がっていってやればいいね。
そうだね。まあみんなしどろもどろプレイなんて見たかはないでしょうね。じゃあ恥もなく。
After the end of World War II, the world was split into two, East and West.
日本版入れ直したぞ。なんで英語になってんね。
オプションで切り替えられるのかな。
どういうことや。わざわざちゃんと日本版入れ直したの。
日本ストアに切り替えてからインストール
したけど。
そう
わざわざ。
じゃあもしかしたらこれはどこのストアに、インストールするではなく、そもそも全音声データが入ってて起動するときにリージョンで再生されるのかもね。もしかしたら
いつになったら大塚明夫を聞かせてくれる。
いやそれは俺に言われても。
まあ逆にまあ2もそうだったけど、まあ日本のみんなからしてみたらよう知らない
デビッド・ヘイターさんね。
英語版の
確か日本に高校生の時に住んでたんだよね。
はい。
いや米国版のメタルギアっていうか、まあ、スネークの声を担当してるデビッド・ヘイターさん、確か高校生の時に日本に住んでたと思う。日本で
そういうなんかそういうのだった
で日本で俳優業も少しやってて、仮面ライダーかなんかに出てたような気がしたな。
Depressurization complete. Checking oxygen supply. 6 minutes to drop off. Opening rear hatch.
この間これのリメイク版のトレーラー出たじゃん。 あれで大体このオープニングシーンのリメイクの部分もちゃんと入ってるんだけど、あれで映像が綺麗すぎるっていうか、なんかこれカラーフィルターみたいな当時流行ってたなんかちょっと黄ばんだ感じのフィルム、カラーフィルターがついてる感じのあれなんだけど、新しいやつはやっぱ解像度が高いし、もっとリアルに作り直してるので、いわゆる黄ばんだ感じのフィルターがグラフィック的に上に乗っかってなくて、ブーブー言ってる外国人の人が結構いるんだけど、でもそれに対して結構他の人がいやリメイクなんだからいいだろうっていうことと、なんでみんなそんな、なんでこいつらおしっこフィルター欲しがってるのって結構批判されて、海外では黄ばんだ感じのフィルターを
キスフィル
ターって呼んでてちょっと批判されてたんだけど、全部おしっこ色じゃんみたいなMGS3 っていうのがあったんだけど、直してよかったっていう人がほとんどで、でも一部の人たちはいやでもあれは小島監督のこだわりだったはずだ、直すべきではないっていう人が、
その時もバーボン氏には言いましたけど、小島氏がこれを自分がリメイクした場合絶対に変えるでしょう。
絶対おしっこフィルターは使わないよね。
デスストランディング遊んだか、あれもうパキパキやぞ。
くっきり綺麗だよね。変なフィルターも使ってないし。
昔はもう技術的なものをごまかすのに必死でいろいろそういうのをやってたんだから。
Isn't he that famous rocket scientist?
The very same. On April the 12th, 1961, the Soviets achieved the first manned space flight.
なんかこういう映像が権利関係の問題に引っかかって一時期
But there was no God.
売ってなかったんだって。
一時期っていうか、
今でも
この HD 版は売ってないよ。
あ、そっか。じゃあこれは当時のデジタル版を買った人しか起動できないんだよね。
私めはちゃんと買いましたけどね。
あとパッケージ版360版まだあるからね、これ
探せば。
割と値段上がっちゃったよね。
値段上がったよ。
多分この真ん中のところの実写映像のゲッティに支払うライセンス料が切れたんだろうね。
そうなんだ。
期限
こういう感じの、まあこれはもうね見るからにねそこまで古い方の映像じゃないからまだ引っかかるよね。さすがに第二次大戦ぐらいの映像はもう権利は全部もう死んじゃってるけど、
多分パブリックドメインになってるね。
そう。ちゃんと操作できるかな。2遊んで1年近くしてるからな。
でも2とだいぶ操作違ってたと思うよ。
そう。でもまだちゃんと
タンクコントロール
じゃなかったっけ。
どうだっけ。そういえばまだ自己紹介してなかったよね。
ああ、そうですね。まあ自己紹介しておきますか。です。告白します。初知には必ずや1年以内に問題を起こして芸能界から消えます。間違いないです。です。
告発じゃなくて予言だよね、それ。
私は一応彼の闇の部分を少々知っているので、必ずや消えます。です。
似てね異世界だと。粗品と仲が悪い異世界
いや、粗品をもうすでに切り離して自分が同じスピードで落ちぶれないようにを阻止しているという
距離を置いている。まあでもこれ現実世界でもうそろそろ起きるだろうね、それは。粗品ちょっとね、手つけられないぐらい
ね、関西のヤクザお抱え芸人になって調子こいてるからね。
そうだね、ビビってどんどんレギュラー番組なくなったよね。多分スポンサーがビビってっていうか、なんか問題起きそうだなっていうのを匂いを嗅ぎつけてるんだろうね。最近せいやも評判良くないしね。
そうだね、定期的にSNS で暴言吐いていろんな人と仲が悪くなってるもんね。
まあストレス溜まってんのかな。
ただいじっただけの鬼越に対してブチギレて、あいつらとは絶好だ、二度と口聞かないわ、ふざけんなみたいなことを言われて、鬼越の方もはもうそういう風に捉えるんだったらもう二度とお前と関わるねみたいな。
多分芸人初の鬼越のネタが通用しなかった人になっちゃったね、せいやは。
そう、
あれぐらい
そうかもしれない、ね。
素人でもわかるよね。あれはただ面白いおかしくやってるだけだって。
いじってるだけだっていう。
割とプライド高いんだね。まあでも割とバカってプライド高いもんね。
まあそれもあるし、まあバカゆえに結構あれなんじゃない、粗品に洗脳されてきてるんじゃない隣でああいう悪態ばっかりつくやつ見て、俺も悪態ついてええんかなみたいな、まあ M1 チャンピオンやしなみたいな。
もしくはなんか粗品にお前もっと自分を大きく見せろやみたいな、チャンピオンやぞ。
粗品のパワハラを受けてるのかもしれないな。なんやお前おもんないわ、もっとおもろい態度せえやみたいな。
もっと噛みつけ、ヘラヘラすな。
なんやお前切るぞお前。いつでもまた新しいコンビ組んでもう一回 M1 優勝できるんやぞみたいな。
これも完全にただの空想上の会話ですよね。まあでも極端に言うと別に粗品もせいやもどうでもいいんだけど、面白いって思わないし、どちらも何にせよあんま興味はないな。
まあでも腕がないからまさかの自分がコケにしまくってる YouTuber のモノマネをしてニュースになろうとしている小物さをお前は興味はないのか。YouTuber おもんないわって言って、そのおもんない YouTuber のままごとみたいなことをやりまくってるけど、そうじゃん。何でもかんでも噛みついて、何の知識もない世間の問題に意見述べて、それでいて 吉本お抱えの自民党の批判はしないっていう小物感。
まあでもやっぱ今聞き直したけどやっぱり興味ないなはいって思ったけどやっぱ興味ないわ。何にせよ粗品には興味ない。
なんやねん。わてキムタクをバカにできんやぞ。なんせ俺の後ろにはカオスのおじきがついてるんやぞ。いつだってお前をこの世から消せるんやぞ。
はい
さあこれはちょっとカメラの距離変えられるんだ。今現在は
まあでも2よりだいぶキビキビした動きになってるね。
そうだね。
スピーディーになってるよね。
ああ、そんなにタンクではないな。じゃあ一応結構改善されたんだ。
多分2と同じぐらいの時に出たスプリンターセルの影響もあったかもしれないよね。
まあね。
Do you copy? You're already in enemy territory, and somebody might be listening in. From here on out, we'll be using code names to refer to each other. Your code name for this mission will be Naked Snake. I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on. You're not to mention your real name.
Snake?
What, you don't like snakes?
What do you mean?
Well, you've eaten one before, haven't you?
In survival training.
I'm glad to hear that.
I don't know if I'd ever order one in a restaurant, but...
Be careful, you might not have a choice.
What about you, Major? What should I call you?
Let's see. I'll be Tom. Call me Major Tom. Oh, and Snake.
Yeah.
The crew isn't watching anymore. You can take off the disguise now.
Good idea. This isn't right. Time for the snake to shed his skin.
すごい日光浴してるな。すごい木漏れ日と爽やかな春風みたいなのを全身で浴びてるな。
ねえ。
超油断してたね今。
Can you hear me, Major Tom? This is Snake. Kept you waiting, huh?
This will be a sneaking mission. You must not be seen by the enemy. You must leave no trace of your presence. Is that clear? This kind of infiltration is the Fox unit's speciality. In other words, weapons and equipment are procured on site. That goes for food as well. You're completely naked, just as your name implies.
Great. Now I see why you asked me if I like snakes. I suppose calling me Snake was your idea of a joke, too.
No. There's a good reason for that. I'll tell you later when the time is right.
Gotcha. Getting back to the subject, how exactly am I supposed to feed myself?
You've been issued a knife and a tranquilizer gun. Use them to hunt for food. You'll also find some medical supplies in your backpack.
Yeah, about the backpack. I lost it in a tree on the way down.
I see. Well, you better go back and get it then. You know where it is?
No problem. I can see it from here. It's stuck on a branch.
プロかっていうか、引っかかったから。
To climb a tree, stand in front of a tree that's covered in ivy and press the action button. I'll be monitoring your progress over the radio. We can't risk violating Soviet airspace, but I'll be in the gunship. My frequency is 140.85. I'll give you a call if I need to talk to you. If you need to talk to me, use the send function. Okay, Snake, go get your backpack.
14085。
うん。
見た感じ、ちょっと操作がスプリンターセルっぽそうなんだけど、どう？全然違う？
スプリンターセル1遊んだの超前だからどれぐらい似てるかよく覚えてないな。
うん。まあ割と動きが重いからもっともっさり。
I see you've retrieved your backpack, Snake. To equip a weapon, it's necessary to take it out of your backpack. In the survival viewer, choose Weapon from the backpack. Your available weapons will be displayed in a window in the upper left. From that list, choose the weapon you want to equip and press the Enter button. For other equipped items, just do the same thing from Item.
Got it. Use the survival viewer backpack.
Yep, that's right. Survival is fundamental to this mission. After you've been out in the field for a while, your stamina will start to drop. If your stamina gets too low, it'll affect your performance. You won't be able to shoot accurately, for example, and your wounds won't heal as smoothly. Keep an eye on your stamina so you don't run out. To recover lost stamina, you can hunt for local flora and fauna. You can use either your tranquilizer gun or your knife to hunt.
My only weapon is a Mark 22 Hush Puppy tranquilizer gun?
That's right. It's been fitted with its own suppressor. However, the suppressor will deteriorate every time you fire. Once its durability reaches 0, the noise suppression effect will be gone. So don't get too trigger happy with it. The suppressor's durability is shown in the icon. Any weapons and equipment beyond what you're carrying now, you'll have to find as you go.
I have to find my own weapons and equipment? Whose crazy idea was this anyway?
Solo covert actions are standard Fox operating procedure. You can't leave any traces of your presence. No weapons, equipment, footprints, sweat, or bodily waste. The same goes for bullets and cartridges, too. Your presence in enemy territory is already a violation of international conventions of warfare. There aren't supposed to be any American soldiers in Russia. It could spark an international incident. You can't let anyone see you. You can't let the enemy know you're there. This is a stealth mission. You're a ghost, Snake, in every sense of the word. And there'll be no rescue if you're captured. The military and US government will deny any involvement in the affair.
Then I'll just have to take care of myself, huh?
I'm afraid so. You've been given a fake death pill for that purpose. SIS guidelines stipulate that soldiers on covert ops like this one be issued a potassium cyanide capsule. Tape it to your body so you can take it when you need to.
How generous of you.
Use it if you're taken prisoner by the enemy. It'll send you into a state of false death for a short time.
Fooling them into thinking that I'm really dead. So, how do I come back to life?
Just take the revival pill.
You mean that thing they put in my tooth before the mission?
That's the one. But be careful. If you remain in a state of false death for too long, nothing will be able to bring you back. Remember that.
I'll keep it in mind. You said this was a solo mission, right?
Right.
I guess that means I can't count on any reinforcements.
Correct. The mission rests entirely in your hands.
A real one-man army.
Relax. There's a support team ready to back you up over the radio.
Who?
I'll introduce them to you. This time, survival is of utmost importance. The first member of the support team will be in charge of monitoring your physical condition, acting as a medic, so to speak, as well as recording your mission data. She's a member of Fox as well, and she's here on the gunship with me.
She?
Hello, Snake. I'm paramedic. Nice to meet you.
Paramedic.
As in a medic who comes in by parachute.
Aren't you going to tell me your real name?
Are you going to tell me yours, Mr. Snake?
My name, huh? It's John Doe.
And they call you Jack for short. You're a regular Captain Nemo.
A name means nothing on the battlefield. After a week, no one has a name. What's your name?
Jane Doe.
Very funny.
I wasn't joking, but I'll tell you my name only if you manage to make it back alive. My frequency is 145.73.
She's also in charge of recording your mission data. Whenever you want to save, send a message over the reserved save frequency, 140.96.
So saving lets me record my mission data.
That's right. It also records the state of your health.
Good to know.
There's one more person I want to introduce you to, Snake.
Huh?
Speaking of snakes, you remember the boss, don't you? A legendary soldier and your mentor. Actually, it was the boss that got the DCI's authorization in the first place. She's going to be serving as Fox's mission advisor.
Boss is?
She also helped me plan this mission. She and I were at SAS together.
Jack, is that you? How many years has it been?
Boss?
That's right.
Boss.
It's me. Talk to me. Let me hear your voice.
It's been 5 years, 72 days, and 18 hours.
めっちゃ覚えて
You've
る。
lost weight.
You can tell just by the sound of my voice.
Of course I can. I know all about you.
Really? Well, I don't know anything about you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Why'd you disappear on me all of a sudden?
I was on a top secret mission. You didn't need me anymore.
But there were still so many things I wanted you to teach me.
No, I taught you everything you needed to know about fighting techniques. I taught you all I could. The rest you needed to learn on your own.
Techniques, sure. But what about how to think like a soldier?
How to think like a soldier? I can't teach you that. A soldier needs to be strong in spirit, body, and technique. And the only thing you can learn from someone else is technique. In fact, technique doesn't even matter. What's most important is spirit. Spirit and body are like two sides of a single coin. They're the same thing. I can't teach you how to think. You'll just have to figure it out for yourself. Listen to me, Jack. Just because soldiers are on the same side right now doesn't mean they always will be. Having personal feelings about your comrades is one of the worst sins you can commit. Politics determine who you face on the battlefield. And politics are a living thing. They change along with the times. Yesterday's good might be tomorrow's evil.
Is that why you abandoned me?
No, it had nothing to do with you.
誰か
I
がそ
already
れ
told
を
you, Jack. I
リ
was
ス
on a
クリーン
top
アップル
secret
に教
mission.
えなきゃい
A
けなかった
soldier
な
has to follow whatever orders he's given.
昨日の善だったものが明日の悪にな
But
るか
you're
もしれない。
looking for a reason to fight.
確かに。
You're a natural
とん
born
でもないこと
fighter.
になったよね。
But you're not
Yeah.
quite a soldier.
ミスグリーンアップル。国際的
A
な問題になっ
soldier
た
is
ね
a
あれ。
political
ね
tool,
ま
nothing
あ
more. That's doubly true if he's a career
元
soldier.
も恥ずかしいものでなんか教養がないん
He has no
やなっ
enemies
てい
and
う
no
ふうに
friends.
うん。
教養がないんだったらマジでただのレイシストでしかないっていう
That's what being a soldier
まあ
is.
教養あってあれをやったんだったら本当にレイシストなんだけど、あれ普
I
通
don't think
に
about politics.
普通にもう本
That's
当
not
に
the same thing. Sooner or
誰
later,
も
your conscience
疑
is
わ
going
な
to
かったっ
bother you.
て思うの
In the
ちょっと
end,
難
you
しい
have
よ
to
ね。でも
choose
関わっ
whether
て
you're
る
going
人
to
が多
live
い
as
から
a
さ、
soldier
ミュ
or
ージック
just
ビデオを撮
another
ってる
man
監
with a
督さんだっ
gun.
てさ、
There's
俺
a
割と
saying
監
about
督って
it.
歴史に
Loyalty to the
疎い
end.
人が監督になっちゃダメな気がするんだけど、
Patriotic.
どうなんだろう。
It means devoting yourself to
い
your
やでも
country.
I follow the
でもな、
president to
歴
the
史
top
系の映
brass.
画、まあ、
I'm
結構
ready
ク
to
ソみたい
die
な
for
の多
them
い
if
からそうでもない
necessary.
か。
The president and the top
歴史に
brass
疎い人
won't
多
be
いよ
there
ね。
forever.
まあね
Once
た
their terms are up,
本
others will
当
take their
ただ
place.
全てにおいて悲しいから全員が教養がなかっただけっていうことになってしまうから
Then who
ね。
does?
The times.
周りにいる年上の人もそれより若い人も誰ももう特にもう十何年以上前からコロンブスは NG 人物ということをしていないという悲しさ。
There's no point in believing in anything, even in those we love.
And that's the way a soldier's supposed to think.
The only
タイ
thing
ト
we
ル
can
の
believe
時点
in
で
with
もう
absolute certainty
問題やか
is
ら
the
な。
mission, Jack.
All right, but do me a favor.
What is it?
Call me
それ
Snake.
もう今沢村ゴーチ守を絶賛するようなもんだ
That's
から
right.
な。
The legendary unit
おい
that the
あ
boss
れ
put
あ
together
の
during
騒
World
動
War
知らん
II
の
was a
かみ
snake.
たいな。
The Cobra unit, a group of heroes that brought the war to an end and saved the world. As long as you've got a legendary hero backing you up, you'll be fine. Isn't that right, Snake?
Yeah.
それだっ
I can't
て
think of anyone else I'd rather
鬼
have
武
with
者の
me.
リマスターのやつからも
Yes.
It's good to hear
新
your
垣
voice
氏が
again.
書いた曲は消されたし。
After
so that-
all, who knows if either of us will make it out alive? Snake,
本人が
you
悪
were
いわけ
always
じゃない
best
け
at
どね。
urban warfare and
別に沢
infiltrating
村コー
buildings.
チの名前をやらずに新垣さんの名前にすればいいじゃん、クレジットで。
Those CQC
まあ
techniques I
た
taught
だ
you
い
are
ろいろ
sure
め
to
ん
come
ど
in
くさいん
handy.
ですよ。
あー
だって権利はその名前であるわけだし、そうなるとじゃあもう再度裁判やってどっちがどれを本当にどれを書いたかを全部
After all, this is
証
your
言したり
first
なんだ
actual
りす
survival
る
mission.
ラリーがもう多分何年も続くっていうことにな
Where
る
are
か
you,
ら
boss?
ただ
That's to the major.
もう
The boss is
消したんでし
communicating
ょ。
with us by radio
そうす
from
る
aboard
と
a
今
hermit class
バイオ
submarine
ハザー
in
ド
the
コード
Arctic
ベロ
Ocean.
ニカのリメ
My
イクを作ってるら
frequency
し
is
いけど、あれの楽曲
141.80.
を完全にもともとに入ってたやつを
Gotcha.
Your
オ
mission is
マ
to
ージュしたや
retrieve
つを
Dr.
入れてな
Sokolov.
いだろうね。
まあ
確か
Dr.
に新垣さん
Sokolov is being held in an abandoned
まあ
factory
結構
located to the
キャ
north
プ
of
コ
your
ン
current
も
position.
当時のものに関
Avoid
わ
heavy
って
combat
た
and don't
ら
let
しいから
anyone see you.
ただまあ
Don't forget,
コー
this
ド
is
ベ
a
ロニカ
stealth mission.
はその鬼武者より結構前だからないんじゃない？シャキン。
そういえばちゃんと自己紹介してないよね。
Commencing virtuous mission now.
そうだね。
もう32分経ってるけ
いつもそんなもんでしょ。まあこの世の中が必要なものそれはプロ古事記そう私めでございます。なんだったっけ
ど。8号。140.8号。
140.8号。
うん。
Sokolov should be at the abandoned factory to the north, so head in that direction.
160なんだったっけ？
あ、それは俺、見てなかったわ。ボスの方？
いや西部の方。
西部は俺見てなかったな。
もうあかんやんじゃ。もうセーブできないっていうことやないか。
そうなの、調べてみてほしい、今。おい。
まあそうしてもらわないと最初にやった時の悪夢の再来になってしまう。出た。ぴょん。これどれだけ隠れてるかのゲージあるな。今 80% 隠れて 75%。ヘビ。 ああ。
どうした？
銃を使ってしまった。どこや？どうやって？
全然情報見つかんないな。最近 HD リマスターのやつが出たからもう全然情報見つかんないな。古い方の
困ったな。ヘビゲット。ヘビゲットだぜ。しまった。またこれで苦労してるな。コントロールでしどろもどろになるな。なるほど、こっちか。
これでも聞くのかどうかわからないけど、すんごい昔の2008年のヤフー知恵袋でメタルギアソリッド3のセーブ方法を教えてくださいっていう問いに対して周波数180.96 に周波数を合わせて OK ですって書いてある。
180.9。
96。
180。ずいぶん時間かかるな、そこまで行くの。そこまで行かないと。ほら。
じゃあそうすると160。
こっちだ。なんだ。
セーブ書いてあるやんけ。140.96 ね。
Saving the game, Snake? Hey, Snake, you ever heard of Godzilla, King of Monsters?
No, what is it?
It's a movie. You haven't seen it?
Nope.
It's about this monster called Godzilla, who grows to an enormous size in a nuclear test and goes on a rampage in Tokyo.
Nuclear test, huh? Then the Marshall Islands must be crawling with giant monsters right about now.
It's just make-believe.
Maybe that's why my pants have been so tight lately.
Snake, it's a movie, not a report out of Los Alamos.
I know. So then what happened?
Godzilla is immune to all weapons, and humanity has no way to stop the monster. Dr. Shirazawa develops a new type of weapon, but meanwhile, Godzilla is getting closer and closer to Tokyo, obliterating everything in its path. It was originally a Japanese movie, but they made an American version, too. I recommend seeing the original Japanese one if you ever get the chance. It's mostly mindless fun, but it's also got a serious anti-nuke message as well.
Where can I see the original?
You'll just have to go to Japan.
Really? That's too bad.
Well, if you wait 40 years, you might be able to see it in America, too.
Why's that?
2004 will be Godzilla's 50th birthday.
You think they're still going to be making Godzilla movies then?
Of course! Everybody loves Godzilla.
You sure know a lot about movies.
I don't suppose you're the movie-watching type, are you?
Not really.
Okay, then I'll tell you everything I know. When the going gets tough, movies can save your life. It's always good to be able to look at things from a different perspective when you get in a jam. That's the magic of movies.
No kidding. Well, I guess it might at least make a nice distraction.
That's the spirit, Snake. Have a little fun.
割と能天気なキャラ多いよね、インコムで。
そうだね。ローズもそうだったし、ワニいるやん。攻撃したら
What's going on? Snake! Snake!
間抜けな風に
今回はあるんだね。スネークみたいな。ファントムペインの方でたまになんかどうでもいいようなところで死ぬとスネークスネーク
すね
みたいな、お前マジかみたいな風に言うのは割と俺結構ツボなんだよね。
お前マジかみたいな。
すごいね。受け身取ったのかな今スネーク。ナイフでいく？ナイフのみでいくには銃を下ろさないといけないのかもしれないね。
まあナイフのみだとこうだよ。なめんな見よこの見事なナイフさばきを。
クロコダイルが VR ミッションみたいな感じでスカスカスカって言ってたよね。
ちょっとお茶目だな。
ねえ、今いつも遊びに来てくださるみぼりにみぼさんからコメントが来ましたよ。聞いてる？
うん、聞いたよ。
うん。
みぼり氏がやってきたね。
いつもね、みぼりさんはスタンプというか絵文字だけで表現したメッセージをくださるので、それをね我々が解読して、どういうことを言おうとしているのかっていうのを我々なりに解釈して、その解釈をプロンプト文字にしてプロンプトにして、でそれを、生成 AI のプロンプトにして、
その画像、そのコメントをね可視化するっていうね、ことを、そういう遊びをやってるんですけどね、みぼりさんが来るとき 貴族的な遊び。
そうだね。なのでね、今からね、みぼりさんのコメントを口頭でお伝えして、それを自分たちなりの解釈を 解読をしていこうと思いますね。サングラスをかけている猫3匹と、全能の目、全知全能の目、イルミナティアイと呼ばれてるやつね。ピラミッドに目が入ってるやつね。
そう、イルミナティ。
これが3つと、その後に、サングラスをかけてる猫3匹。これはあれなのかな、イルミナティの集会なのかな、グランドロッジみたいなところのさ。
どうなんだろうね。猫イルミナティなのかな。
猫イルミナティなのかな。猫イルミナティの集会、あ、いいねが来たって。
ということはそういうことなのかな。
サングラスをかけている、猫たちが、猫たち一行が、実はイルミナティの会員で、ロッジで会合をしているところっていう、グランドロッジで会合をしている場面っていうプロンプトにしたらどういう画像出てくるのかな。
どうなんだろうね。
イルミナティがいるのがグランドロッジなのかどうかよくわからないんだけどね。ロッジはあれだからね、イルミナティじゃなくて友愛団体のね、なんだっけ、石工職人のルーツがあると言われている、なんだっけ、
フリーメイソン。
フリーメイソン。
そう、フリーメイソン。
イルミナティはグランドロッジ。あ、ミボリさんがメイソンって書いてあるんで、じゃあイルミナティじゃなくてフリーメイソンっていうことか。この全能なる
イルミナティはフクロウでしょ。
あ、そっか、イルミナティフクロウだもんな。
The Major is right. The point of this mission is to
じ
sneak
ゃあ、
through the
こ
jungle
の猫
without
た
being
ちは
seen.
フ
The
リー
success
メイ
of
ソ
the
ン。
mission depends on how well you use
い
your
や、
camouflage.
違う、イルミナティ。
Change your
じゃあ
camouflage
イルミナ
by
ティ
selecting
猫た
camouflage
ち
in
が
the
フリー
survival
メイソン
viewer.
を囲んでいる
The
っていうこと
uniform
なんでしょ
option
うね。
lets you pick your
じゃあ、
uniform,
まあ、
while
プ
the
ロンプ
face
トとして、
option
じゃあさっ
lets you
き言って
change
た
your
やつで言っ
face
たが、
paint.
イルミ
Choosing
ナティ、
camouflage that blends in
サングラ
with
ス
your
をかけてる
surroundings
猫
will
た
help you
ち
conceal
が
yourself more
グ
effectively.
ランドロッジで会合をしている
Also,
イルミナティ
don't
の
forget
猫た
that
ち。
anything that moves will stand out in the
じゃあその
jungle.
プロンプ
If
ト
you
で今、
just stand up and run around
リ
like
ン
an
グイメージ
idiot,
クリエ
you're
イター
bound
で
to
ね、
be
そのプロンプ
spotted.
トを入れて、
But if you
ちょっと
crawl
画像生成
instead,
してみ
you
ま
should
す
be
ね、
able to
今。
sneak by without being noticed.
ちなみに先週、猫とウーキ
You
ー
can
の旅
see
み
how
たいな感
effective
じの
your
やつ作ったの
camouflage is
がめ
by
っちゃ
looking
可
at
愛
the
いから、
camo index.
君まだ見てなかっ
The
たよね、
camo
確か。
index shows how well
見てなかったね。
your current camouflage blends in with the surrounding area. The higher the value, the harder you are to spot, and vice
じ
versa.
ゃあ
The key is to make yourself one with nature. Keep that in mind as you go along, okay?
かけている。猫たちの会合猫たちが、まあでも、イルミナティのメンバーであるサングラスをかけている猫たちでいいか。イルミナティ。猫たちが、グランドロッジで、会合をしている場面。
そういう風になるよね。
うん。じゃあ今作ってますね。どんな感じになるかな。
Saving the game, Snake?
これは、いやでも本当みぼりさんのコメント通りの、画像ができましたね。なんか、なんだろうな。 ホワイトハウスのなんか大統領室あるじゃん。なんて言ったっけあれ。
These scientists are investigating a place deep in the Amazon called the Black Lagoon, and they get picked off one after the other by this fishman thing. And there was this scene when the heroine is going for a swim, and the creature sneaks up on her from underwater. I thought my heart was going to stop. I mean, of course, the 3D effects of It Came from Outer Space were a lot more intense, but...
It wouldn't be referring to you
How rude!
モチーフがあってすごいね、悪の組織みたいな感じの画像ができたね。
Fine. I'll just get to the point, Snake. Be careful of what's around you when you're in the water. Just imagining you swimming in those jungle rivers makes me
明らかに全員サングラスをかけて、ほんとちゃんと、こっちはフリーメイソンに引っ張られてるな。全員フリーメイソンがロッジ街で着ているなんか変な逆ピラミッドみたいなローブあるじゃん。でなんかメダルとかたくさんついてる。ああいう感じの装いの、猫たちがね、このラーの目だっけ、全能なる目のモチーフのデザインがあるところで会合しているんだけど、中央にねワイングラスとかピザがあったりして割と愉快な会合
ワイングラス
とピザがあるから、これあんま悪どいことはしてないね多分。雰囲気悪どいんだけどしかも猫一匹ね、サングラスを頭の後ろにかけてる。たまにおじさんやってるの見るじゃん。
見るね。
後ろ向きにサングラスかけてふざけるおじさん。わて目後ろにもついてはんねんみたいなね。
お滑りおじさん。
ああいうおちゃらけた猫が一匹いるね。まあ最後の画像が怖っ。細長いテーブルを左右にね、目がエイリアンみたいな目の猫たちがこの細長いテーブルの左右に陣取ってて、テーブルのど真ん中にピラミッド型の目があって、それが光ってるんだけど、一番奥の正面の奥のテーブル、上座のところに目が黄色に光ってる、金色に光ってるスーツをつけている猫が後ろからもう、後ろが全面窓なんだけど、窓の光が差し込んで両手を広げてかざして、なんかもう悪の親玉みたいな感じで座って会話してるよ。なかなか怖い画像が出て、割とみんなイルミナティに対するイメージが悪いんだね。じゃあやっぱり悪の組織的な生成 AI ってネット上に転がってるたくさんのものを元に、作ってるからさ。これはもうイージーモードでやっててよかったね。多分瞬殺されてると思うよ、ノーマルモードやったらダメージなかなか受けないね。てかどうした？なんでただ待ってる？
バレたからやり直したくて。
やり直すのも多分ダメージ受けなさすぎて、待ってたら多分10分ぐらいかかると思うよ。
はい、一応これはタイトルに戻れるんだ。じゃあ一旦戻ってセーブのところからやり直す。前回超苦戦した手を上げろから乗すやつのがまあうまくいかないというか、よくわからなくて、あれも当時の情報がなさすぎてね、ほんといちいち探すのが大変だった。 と衣装変えなきゃな。これをやっとくとだいぶ下がる。90% 隠れてる。今回は2の時みたいにめちゃくちゃじゃなくて、どうにかちゃんとなんとか殺さずに通したいな。
Freeze. Oh.
だいぶお粗末だったけど、
とりあえずいけた。
まあすごい強引だけどそうしといた。草むらに隠しとかないとな。ただなんだったっけ、あれ向けてゆさゆさしてドッグタグを落とすやつのが
やつが何？
それを向けて、これだったな。ライトボタンで目の前にやって、これを向けるとパニックして腰振ってドッグタグを落とすんだよね。
股間とかに向けるんだっけ？
まあ顔でも股間でもそれをやるとパニックするから、パニックしてパニック。フルーツ。どないしようか。
何が？
ちゃんとうまい具合に気絶させられるか。どこいた？90% 隠れてる。
100% ではないね。
Who's that?
おい、どうした？
Ah, we have a comment from Salia. Salia actually commented toward Meebo Rainy Meebo and said, "Oh my God, he talks." Yeah, recently, Meebo Rainy Meebo has murmured a word or two. when we have trouble trying to figure out like the emoji comments that the individual leaves. And Mibori-san sometimes gives us hints with like words and stuff.
Yeah.
We're trying to figure out if that all-seeing eye emoji that was put there was if it's an Illuminati thing or if it's a Freemason thing.
Yeah.
And they said Mason, no, Illuminati. And Celia says, how are you two doing?
I guess so.
So better than before though, huh?
Yeah.
It's weather's kind of weird. It was really hot, and then like today it was raining all day, and it's actually kind of cold.
Yeah.
Today it's kind of weird. Yeah.
Very annoying. Yeah.
I'm doing fine as always. How are you doing, Sally? You doing okay or good? How is it in Spain right now? I hope you're doing good. Celia says so as well. Preparing finals. Oh, okay, well. Godspeed. I hope you nailed your finals then. Thanks for dropping by when you're preparing for the finals. We appreciate anytime when you swing by. Means a lot, and we don't take taking people's time lightly. So especially if you're busy with the finals. So thanks.
Yeah. Thank you.
Jenny just decided to give Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater a spin since the remake is gonna come out like next year, was it?
Yeah.
So you're going through the original one that's the HD remaster of it?
Yeah.
Celia says, no worries, I tried to be here last Tuesday, but when I could come in, you already finished. Ah, sorry.
Oh.
Yeah. We're a little bit, kind of a random scheduling recently.
Yeah.
Since I was busy with some stuff a little bit, so.
Yeah.
Kind of the times are a little bit off recently, so no worries there.
Yeah, it's been a little wonky.
Compared to 2, they improved the controls on this a lot, huh?
Yeah.
Huh? Who's that?
What?
Radio, we
What
need backup.
the hell? Why is what is going on? Why are they not freezing?
I think you have to be in the aiming mode.
If I'm close enough, when I point the gun at him, it should do that.
Celia says, if this is Subsistence Edition, they are way better. Oh yeah, I think we're playing the Xbox 360 HD edition.
The HD one, yeah.
And that one is ported from the Subsistence version.
Yeah.
Celia says, maybe you couldn't freeze enemies in this one. Ah, well, that would make sense then. This is more kind of a... You have more, like... I would assume better trained PMCs in the jungle, probably, so... It might be that.
Guess I'll just have to see. Keep messing this up.
I do enjoy really well-made stealth games, but there's so few of them recently, huh?
Yeah.
Who's that?
That didn't go well.
Absolutely didn't go well.
At least it seems like no one heard that.
Yeah, the guy didn't start giving off the warning.
Yeah, after you dragged his body over, items came off. So I'm guessing you probably can't shake them down in this one then? Maybe when you move them, that shakes their body, and you can pick up items off of them that way, maybe?
Should be able to get the dog tags off of them though.
Yeah, but that might just be Metal Gear Solid 2 though.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure with this one, so can't climb that tree.
The one back there seems like you can climb it though.
Oh, this one?
Yeah. Maybe not? I guess not then.
Seems like I can't.
I do like the atmosphere of this game. And the, blades of grass are actually made surprisingly well for this kind, huh?
Yeah. Guy sure is taking his time coming over here.
What are you doing?
Trying to get him to say freeze.
Seems like you can't though, huh?
Who's that?
Yeah, they don't really get freaked out when you're pointing it directly at their head or anything.
This is HQ. Acknowledged. Sending reinforcements.
It's actually a pretty cool effect where when they shoot at you, the blades of grass animate.
Not working out.
Well, I think you shouldn't be too focused on trying to shake them down.
Yeah, I guess I should just ignore it.
Yeah.
Just weasel my way around without being found. Seems like that's the only way for now. Yeah, I struggled with the freezing thing in 2 also. And because it's on very easy, I don't die, so has
You need to load it instead.
1 minus.
Yeah.
Just once he goes by, I'll just go past him.
Huh? What the? Huh? What the? I'm just seeing things.
Not much cover in the area over there. Where'd the guy go? Oh, there he is. I have a feeling I'm sticking out quite a bit, but it says I'm 90% in cover.
Normally I think you would see you, but I guess it's okay. It's kind of like a spotlight on you right now too, in between the shadows of the trees. You're just gonna try to ignore everyone?
I think it's not a bad idea, yeah.
Only problem about that is if you are found, all hell will break loose.
I suppose so.
But that was kind of your style of playing with Splinter Cell, huh?
Yeah.
Try to ignore as many people as you can. %.
I'd like to believe I'm pretty hidden.
Seem to be okay.
Probably go this way, huh?
You might have to knock that guy out.
Yeah, but if I just stay quiet and just go through the grass here. See. Yeah, I made it through. Mischievous snake. It's totally like, ha, I can drop that on his head. Where'd the guy go?
A little bit to your right. You can see him moving now.
Oh, yeah, you're right. See if I can drop it on his head. What the?
Huh?
Ah, damn it.
I hear something.
What? I didn't drop it on his head?
There's nothing here.
Can't believe it didn't fall on his head.
I think he was too far back.
Oh. Let's hear another one of those
Saving the
movie
game, Snake?
conversations. That Godzilla one reminded me that came full circle recently with Kojima talking about how
Snake,
much he
have
liked
you heard of It Came
Godzilla
from Outer
minus
Space?
one.
Yeah, you told me
yeah.
already.
So this astronomer sees a meteor, but it's really an alien spaceship, right? And the aliens start replacing the townspeople with clones and forcing them to help repair the ship. The 3D effects were quite realistic.
I've got all the real I can handle here in the jungle.
No, you don't get it. Precisely because it's realistic, with the images jumping out of the screen at you, it makes for a nice escape from reality. I have to admit it made my eyes tired, but it was really intense. Unfortunately, they don't make very many of those movies anymore.
When did it come out?
I was still in college, so probably about 10 years ago?
Guess I'm out of luck then.
You know, they're coming out with household versions of video cassette recorders. One day you'll be able to see old movies anytime you want. It'll be like having a movie theater in your own home.
Really?
It's like if you had a record with movie film etched onto it instead of music. It'll work the same way.
You're kidding.
No, really. And someday they might make movies where you control the characters yourself.
Sounds like magic.
It'll happen. Make sure you stay alive to see it, Snake.
Those little conversations are actually pretty entertaining.
Yeah. Can't hang.
Oh,
Oh, looks like I can. You can't go across the bridge like that?
maybe you have to get on the bridge to go across it like that.
What the?
He's just decided to give up.
You alright? Snake! Snake!
That was wacky. Can I get there before the guy?
What?
I was stuck. Going backwards.
Three people. I'm not sure you can get through this part without knocking anyone out.
Guess I'll just have to see.
Seriously?
Hey, look, I'm still 60% hidden.
Huh. Where's the other guy, though? On the other side?
Looks like he just went back over there.
Huh. He actually might be able to cross. Unless he decides to turn around and come your way right now. Which he might after he goes past that tree. Yep. You are going to be caught. Absolutely.
Nope. Gotta pick the balls off.
Going pretty good so far.
So far, yeah. Thankfully, I'm remembering some of the control mechanics.
Who was that? Something there. I must be seeing things. Who was that? Something there. I must be seeing things.
Oh, this guy's an idiot. Probably go now.
Why backwards? Keeping your eye on him?
Some of the tankish controls when you're clawing. Looks like I made through this area too.
Major, I've reached the abandoned factory where Sokolov is supposedly being held. This place is a dump. I can't see Sokolov from here. The security is pretty tight. There are sentries posted around the perimeter. I wonder how many are inside.
Your objective, Sokolov, is inside the factory. They should be holding him in a room in the northeast section.
Northeast section. Got it.
Be careful. Your mission is to bring Sokolov back alive. He must not be exposed to any kind of danger. Do not approach Sokolov while in the alert phase.
Right.
Oh, and one more thing, Snake.
You mean there's more?
No, it's just that when you get to Sokolov, I want you to tell him something from me.
And that is?
Sorry for being so late.
Is that all?
Yes.
Understood. Beginning my approach to the target.
See if there's another movie conversation.
Saving the game, Snake? Hey, Snake, have you ever seen Forbidden Planet?
No, can't say I have.
It's about this expedition that goes to the planet Altair 4 in an ultra-fast spaceship. When they arrive, they meet the survivor of the last expedition, Dr. Morbius. Dr. Morbius was exploring the planet along with his daughter Altera and the versatile Robbie the robot. Ignoring the doctor's warnings, the expedition team is suddenly attacked by an invisible creature called the Monster from the Id. The special effects they used for the science stuff were really neat. I wish I had a robot like Robbie that could make anything I wanted it to.
I'm more interested in that invisible monster. If I were invisible, I wouldn't have to bother hiding or wearing camouflage.
Maybe someday you'll be able to turn invisible.
Yeah, that'll be the day.
You want to hear some small details about Monster Hunter Wilds from the interview?
There's some information about it.
Yeah, a little bit. So, the Monster Hunter Wilds, moving around from your base to camps and to the open field or open world is all seamless this time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so you don't go through, like, save points or, like, black screens and, you know. It's not a separate map, it's all one large map.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so they said they wanted to do that because they wanted to have better immersion. Have a more immersive experience with the hunting. And feel like the world is, make the world feel a little bit more connected between the wildlife and your camps. And hunting and everything to make it feel more like, you know, cohesive, kind of. And they were saying that the map size is roughly 2 times the size of what you would expect from a Monster Hunter game. So it's not insanely huge. You were kind of worried that the game might be as large as Dragon's Dogma 2.
Those footsteps?
Yeah.
It's probably not as large as a map in Dragon's Dogma 2, if it's about 2 times the size of what you would expect from a normal Monster Hunter game. That's probably a pretty good size to have a nice sense of scale, but also not be like unreasonably large.
No one here after all.
2 times larger sounds like a pretty good size.
Yeah.
Should have good biomes and, you know, a good range of biomes and stuff, and a lot of interesting maps. It's probably also, they probably wanted to keep the size not too large so they could have a lot more handcrafted areas, maybe, for exploration. Because it seems like they have a lot of set pieces in this one around, like how you interact with like natural, like in how you interact with nature itself. You can interact with the environment a lot more with a grappling hook kind of thingy you have on your arm. You can cause things to fall, or and like provoke some of the animals to fight each other by taking advantage of the map more this time around, apparently. So sounds like a lot of interesting situations that they're probably working on to make the game feel more responsive and immersive, which sounds pretty cool.
You must be Sokolov.
Are you one of Volgin's men? You'll never get it from me.
No. I'm a CIA agent. I've come to escort you back to the other side of the Iron Curtain.
You're CIA?
Yeah. I was sent by Major Zero, the man who got you out 2 years ago.
Zero?
I have a message from him.
What is it?
He said to tell you sorry for being so late.
Did he now?
What does it mean?
It means he's a man of his word. But we've got no time for this. You have to get me out of here before they arrive.
Who's they?
Colonel Volgin of Gru. You in the West know him as Thunderbolt.
Thunderbolt? Never heard of him.
He's a member of the Army's extremist faction, a man who seeks to seize control of the motherland. Ever since the Cuban Missile Crisis 2 years ago, Khrushchev has been pursuing a policy of peaceful coexistence with the West. Despite resistance and criticism from hawks in the army and the provincial authorities, Khrushchev has managed to suppress the opposition so far. But the failure of his agricultural policies has put him in a precarious position. And on top of that, the tragedy last November.
President Kennedy's assassination.
Precisely. In a sense, Khrushchev has lost his biggest partner, and his power base is rapidly crumbling away. A certain group is plotting to use this opportunity to seize power by rallying the anti-government forces, overthrowing Khrushchev, and installing Brezhnev and Kosygin in his place. The mastermind behind this plot is Colonel Volgin of the GRU. He has control over another secret weapons research facility much like this one, OKB-812, known as the Granin Design Bureau, and is using it to further his plans. But that is not enough to satisfy him. Now he's plotting to seize the secret weapon I have been developing here and use it as leverage in his bid for power. The intelligence says that they are going to make their move during the test.
Then, the soldiers outside.
Exactly. They wouldn't need that many men just to keep me inside. Their orders were to prevent Colonel Volgin from capturing me. Even if it meant killing me in the process, or so it would seem. Volgin will come. I'm sure of it. You must get me out of here before then.
Leave it to me.
By the way, you're Russian is superb. Where did you learn to speak it?
From my mentor.
Is that so? America is truly a frightening country.
Having second thoughts?
No. I have no love for this place. Let's go.
Major, this is Snake. Sokolov is safe with me. He's doing fine. No injuries.
Good work, Snake. Now hurry up and get Sokolov to the recovery point. We'll rendezvous with you there.
Roger.
What about the sentries?
No one spotted me.
I see.
What about the boss?
We lost contact with the boss some time ago.
What happened?
It's probably just a weak signal. Just hurry and get Sokolov out of there.
Remind me, I never tried contacting the boss after the first call.
That ain't gonna help him. Trying to shoot a Kamehameha wave or something.
Is that a Dragon Ball Easter egg?
Freeze!
That didn't go well.
So this is the legendary boss.
Huh?
Huh? We meet at last.
You're from the Ocelot unit of Spetsnaz. Huh. What's a GRU soldier doing here?
Soldier?
He's the Ocelot commander.
That's Major Ocelot to you. And don't you forget it.
Sokolov is ours. Now get out of here.
And Ocelot never lets his prey escape.
What?
I can't say it feels good to kill a comrade, even if it is for the GRU.
Sokolov, take cover.
He likes using a lot of hand gestures, huh?
Yeah.
Huh. You're not the boss, are you?
Crew operatives!
What is that stance? Huh. That gun. If you're not the boss, then die.
Major! Leave it! Shoot the other one! Whoa!
You ejected the first bullet by hand, didn't you? I see what you were trying to do. But testing a technique you've only heard about in the middle of battle wasn't very smart. You were asking to have your gun jam on you. Besides, I don't think you're cut out for an automatic in the first place. You tend to twist your elbow to absorb the recoil. That's more of a revolver technique.
You filthy American dog!
Was it that thing that is why he's Revolver Ocelot, was it?
But that was some fancy shooting.
All the time.
You're pretty good.
Pretty good.
You're talking about the lore for this and like what is also a difference between Ocelot and Revolver Ocelot and like that. It was like he calls himself Revolver Ocelot because of Snake's compliment towards him or something.
Major, do you read me?
I read you. Snake, you alright?
I've run into a few snags.
But it's just people.
These guys were after Sokolov
But he's
too.
Ocelot,
Apparently
but
they
also
were taking
he
orders
refers
from a
to
GRU
himself
colonel named
as
Volgan.
Revolver
GRU
Ocelot
Part of an
also, so
internal
it's
Soviet
like,
power
are they
struggle, according
different
to
or are they
Sokolov.
the same? Like these?
Something between the KGB and GRU. Between Khrushchev's supporters and Volgans.
Sokolov was being guarded by the KGB and hunted by GRU? Snake, it sounds like this could be even hotter than Cuba.
I don't like it. Something about the whole thing stinks.
I agree. You'd better hurry.
Sokolov ran off by himself, but I'll catch up to him.
We're counting on you.
Can you take them out? Or I wonder if that's a no-no.
I don't think so. Even in the cutscene, you went out of your way not to kill
Do you
anybody.
want to save?
They did say that any casualties can be an international problem.
Yeah.
Snake, have you seen Earth versus the Spider?
Nope.
It's about this spider that suddenly mutates into a giant monster. They bring it into the city in a state of
versus
hibernation,
spider.
but it wakes up and
I don't
starts
think
wrecking the place.
Kojima would watch movies
So
like
why did
that.
the spider turn huge?
I told you, it suddenly mutated.
Yeah, right.
Snake, it's people like you that take all the fun out of watching movies. Always nitpicking and taking things too seriously. Honestly, why even bother?
Became huge,
Look,
like Attack
the
of the
important
Giant
thing isn't
Gila
that it got
monster.
big.
Yeah. I wonder if
what
you've
is
seen
important?
Attack of the Giant
The
Gila
fact that
monster.
there's a huge spider destroying the city.
Maybe.
Suspend your disbelief. That's the
Well,
whole
for
point
sure.
of movies.
Just like there's timeless classics, there's timeless garbage too, huh?
Yeah. It's funny even though after all the time. No, the real question is, did Kojima see Daddy-O?
Daddy-O. I'm not sure. Most people haven't seen Daddy-O.
How much time has it been?
It's been an hour, around an hour and 50 minutes.
I think I should chase after Sokolov.
Oh, well, you can if you want to. If there's a long cutscene, it might take a while, but... Are we thinking of wrapping it up for this week?
Well, sometimes the cutscenes can take like 20 plus minutes.
Yeah, sometimes with Kojima games.
Yeah. And this is the first time I'm going through it, so I don't know when one of those really
One of the
long
longer cutscenes
come out.
Well, I guess you can wrap it up then. You generally do try to keep things within 2 hours, so...
Yeah, try not to be too long, yeah.
Okay, well, if you want to be careful, I guess you can then.
I guess while I'm talking, I'll just run and see if something happens.
Run and see if something happens.
So I guess it's about time to wrap up for this week. Yeah, I made the major mistake when I was doing of going forward too much, and then there are times where it was like 30 plus more minutes longer than I was expecting.
Because of the cutscenes.
Yeah. And a really bizarre part where the president grabs Ryan's crotch and is like, "What? You're not a woman." I thought they'd send a woman to kill me. And he's like, "What?" that weird part.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we'll leave possible weirdness for next week.
Next week, I guess is a good place to pick up at the beginning of next week.
And I guess it'll start action-packed from the beginning.
Chasing after the guy, yeah.
Sokolov, yeah. So I hope people enjoyed, made some progress, and be playing this for a little while now.
Salia says, gotta go buy medicines, and I probably won't be back before you finish the stream, so I'm afraid I must say my farewells. Actually, we're saying farewell right now, too, so that's pretty good timing.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Jen was just, Jenny was just wrapping it up right now. And go ahead and finish wrapping it up then, Jenny.
Okay, well, thank you, Salyev, and everyone who came by and watched, and I will be playing this for I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 weeks, depending on how things go. And
he says, oh, take care, then you too. I hope to see you soon.
Thank you. Hope to see you soon also. And we'll see how things turn out. So thank you, everyone, and hope to see you again.
So that will be a wrap. Jenny streams every week on Friday, 0 o'clock Japan time. Archives are put up on YouTube. If you go to YouTube and check the search bar and put zGennyy, Jenny will pop up right away. If a like, a follow would be very much appreciated. Thanks for dropping by, everyone. It's Saliev. And hope to see you soon. Hope you have a great week, a great weekend, and a great time. So, see you again. Bye-bye.